it is that you're starting, it's just kind of like, man, like, who am I to go to the gym? Or like, I don't know anything about the gym, or I don't know anything about business. Who am I to start that business? What if the business fails, or this and that? And it's just kind of like, we all face those type of thoughts, man. We all face those things, but it's just kind of like, that's why it's very, very good to work on yourself and get to know yourself. And that's something that I will always speak about, and I will never stress enough about, is that you need to know yourself. You need to work on yourself. You need to know what ticks you off, what gets you going, what makes you feel in a low energy type of vibration, what makes you feel in a higher frequency type of vibration, the people that are around you, all those type of things come into consideration when you are trying to better yourself and do better for yourself, and not just for yourself, but those around you. And that's the thing, people who aren't doing better for themselves are going to look at someone like you who is doing better for themselves and are going to try and bash you for it or make you feel some type of way for it. But it's just like, ultimately, it's just like, you bettering yourself betters the people around you. So it's just kind of like, how is that really a bad thing, when you're focusing on yourself and, you decide to just go out and work, you decide to work out on a Friday night instead of going out to the bar, to the club with the homies or the girls and whatnot. You decide to stay in for the weekend and focus more on your business and dial in and lock in, and you're just like, man, you know what, this is gonna be worth it, and it will be worth it one day. All the sacrifice, all the time that you put in, you know, because it's just like, on the other side of that fear, on the other side of, you feeling this calling of just continuing to push forward, whatever circumstance that you're in. You may be in a shitty job right now. You may be close to being kicked out of your apartment or whatever. But it's just kind of like, those are the type of tests that you're going to face in life to see if you're going to still hold on to that dream, grip onto that dream, and if you're still going to go ahead and push forward past when that feeling has gone. We all feel this certain motivation and inspiration about our dreams and this and that, but we face things throughout our day, throughout our weeks, months, throughout the years and whatnot, people around us. And at times we lose sight of that dream, that mission and this and that. And it's just kind of like, you gotta face those things, but don't lose sight of what truly matters and why you're truly doing the things that you're doing, and continue to push forward. And this should be a sign for you that you need to continue to push forward and to not give up. And at the end of the day, it's like, God is behind you. Everything that you are facing is for a reason, and it's to help you grow, and it is to help you learn something that is going to help you further along down the road that you will need for whatever it is that you do, and that's something that, especially in the younger generation, I know, but that we tend to not see why we're facing certain things now, because, because of society and whatnot, but we need to understand that certain things that you're, in right now is because it's going to help you along, down the road. Whether that's at a job, whatever job that you're working at. It may not be the best job it may not be the best job, may not be your most ideal job, but by you continuously to work there, you learn grit, you learn fortitude, you learn perseverance, you learn that at the end of the day, you're willing to do something that no one else is willing to do. And that, guess what, you will move up eventually, and that what's in your heart, you see that vision. So it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing right now, because 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, that's what matters. What matters is you putting, like I said, putting in the necessary little baby steps that are going to get you to that point. And so, like I said, it's just being focused on that, being focused on the mission, being focused on the steps, not focused on how many steps you need to take, not focused on how long it's going to take, not focused on how certain things are going to work out, how you're going to get this or that. That's all up to God. Leave it all up to God, universe, whatever it is that you believe in. But What you need to focus on is you showing up every single day, regardless of whatever you face throughout the day, your situation. Are you going to continue to hold on to that dream, the passion, whatever it is that you're moving forward, whatever it is that you feel called to move forward with, self-development, whatever? Are you going to continue to push forward? Or are you going to let, the devil, negativity, negative people, situations get to you and discourage you, and you just fall back and just go ahead and just settle for whatever life hands you? And that's the thing. That's where a lot of people give up. They face so much just negativity, or they just end up facing just a lot of all this crap, and they end up just, throwing in the towel, giving up. And you need to find out what's on the other side of that moment when you just feel like, you know what, I'm done. I don't feel like going any, forward. Why should I continue to push forward? Well, is this all worth it? That's when you need to push forward. That little moment is when you need to push forward, because on the other side of that is when you're going to understand what you're capable of. God's going to show you what you're capable of. And ultimately, also, we all need to face a moment in our life where we lose everything, the family, the material things, where we lose every single thing, to where we're just left with our spirit and our soul. And that's when, you call it rock bottom, whatever, but that's when you start rising above, you start moving up in life, because you understand that you are not the material things, you're not the marriage, you're not the job, you're not this or that, but you're a creation of God, and that at the end of the day, God is going to guide you to where you need to be ultimately. And so whatever it is that you're going through, wherever it is that you're at right now, understand that God is with you. And if you continue to push forward and understand that there is another day for you, and that God will give you the love, the energy that you need, the food, the water, everything that you need. As long as you got, air in your lungs, you got food and water, whatever, you can make it. As long as you put your mind to it, as long as you have that will and that drive that you're not going to give up, whatever it is that you face, whoever it is that you face, that you are going to continue to push forward, because God is behind you, and something inside you tells you to keep pushing forward. And so that's going to be the message for tonight, y'all. Catch you on the next one.